Hello, guys, and we have some exciting crypto news for you this weekend. First of all, Solana's narrative as an Ethereum killer may be picking up steam as Solana interest on search engine Google has surpassed Ethereum interest. And this is more of a long-term thing. You know, more people that talk about your coin, more people that search about your coin, the more popular your coin is probably going to become. And if you look on Google Trends, Solana has actually passed Ethereum. If you look at this, it just recently passed Ethereum. Still about average, like average for the year, obviously Ethereum's much higher. But just in the recent months, on this critical day of probably like December 14th, about half a month ago, it passed it, and the projections of Solana are up. Projections of Ethereum are going just sideways. So Solana interest, at least for the last half month or so, have been above Ethereum. If you look at the past 7 days, you can see Solana definitely a little bit above Ethereum on average for the last 7 days. And if you look at the past 30 days, you can see where it kind of crosses Ethereum around the 15th or so. And if you look at the past 30 days, you can see Solana's on an upward trajectory still. Ethereum, just kind of like middling in there. So that's very, very good news for Solana. Google Trends is a very good tool, very useful tool to see which cryptos are hot and which are not. Ethereum's like not hot, but it's not blazing hot like Solana. Obviously, some of that is going to be due to the price increases. So if Solana price increases actually cool down, then like that interest might go down. But if you look at the market cap between Solana and Ethereum, Ethereum obviously still has a 7-to-1 edge over Solana. So the search volumes and the prices don't quite match up. So Solana still has a lot of catching up to do. And, like Solana is still pretty far ahead of like the next biggest one on the list. If you look at Cardano, you can see that the Ethereum Solana Cardano comparison, Solana has a lot more interest, mostly because obviously the massive price increase. But remember, the ecosystem is gaining more people for SOL as well. And the UX is still very, very good. They still haven't had a shutdown recently, so they haven't really lost much trust recently. A lot of the new people that are just coming in now are going to be Solana fans because it's had a lot of gains. Plus, the excitement over the new ERC20 meme coins, which don't cost an arm and leg to trade on Solana, has been boosting it up. That's one thing that Ethereum can't really compete with. The L2, well, not the L2s, but that's one thing that Ethereum can't actually compete against is being able to trade meme coins with very little fees, at least not on the base chain, which will hamper Ethereum against Solana because people are interested in those meme coins. Fast, quick rewards, quick trades, quick money. And that's just something that people are going to be looking, especially as excitement builds up. There is a demand for buying smaller coins, building a fun community around those smaller coins. And Solana right now can just do that better than Ethereum because obviously SOL is much faster. Without the fees, people aren't having to pay hundreds of dollars just to swap their favorite meme coins. They're paying a couple of cents. And obviously everyone would rather pay a couple of cents than hundreds of dollars to swap the meme coin. So that's one reason I think Solana may actually stay on top. The other news is that the Bitcoin ETF has a final pre-approval update. And as you can see, 14 Bitcoin ETFs filed before the deadline date yesterday. But this is from Reuters, from ETF Insider. The SEC may notify Bitcoin spot ETF issuers as soon as Tuesday or Wednesday that they have been cleared to launch the following week, says the sources. Now, the thing is, the launch will probably be in the second week of January, as per that article, but they might get informed just Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday obviously would be right following the weekend, which the SEC, they're off, so they might wait until Wednesday. So looking at maybe the 3rd or the 4th for an ETF approval, hopefully, but they can push it back as much as the 10th. And of course, the last day is the 10th, and the SEC does like to drag these things out. There will actually be, I think, some upward movement on the 2nd or the 3rd as people grow in anticipation. So basically, like, we have some insider information. People familiar with the filing process said issuers that met their end of the year filing revision deadlines may be able to launch by January 10th. The date by which the SEC is required, they can't delay anymore, is required to either approve or reject the ARK 21 shares ETF. The SEC may notify issuers as soon as Tuesday or Wednesday that have been cleared to launch the following week. Now remember, the SEC, once they had the Friday deadline, said like, you have to be in by this deadline if you want a chance at the probable first wave of approvals. So some of you are like, the SEC is going to rug pull, but I don't actually think so. When a government agency signals that they're going to approve something, they generally approve it. They don't like to really surprise people because, that might get people mad at them. And also the SEC knows it's going to have a lot of lawsuits up its ass if it actually rejects everything. So this is very, very good news for all of us that are looking for a Bitcoin ETF. And like I said, there might be like a sell the news moment on the ETF, but that'll be after the 10th. So there's a very good chance that we'll go up from like January 2nd to January 9th or 10th, and then fall back after January 9th or 10th. Just a little bit though, because like I said in yesterday's segment, there might be over $1 billion coming into Bitcoin over the next 2 or 3 weeks as these companies want to seed Bitcoin ETFs. Obviously, that depends on how much money they have to buy of Bitcoin. But from a lot of sources, they say the demand for Bitcoin is quite high and the demand for these ETF products is quite high. So realistically, everyone is actually reporting on this and everyone is excited, and rightfully so. People can short the Bitcoin ETFs. That's the dark side of it. And that's another reason why we might have a sell the news type of event. But I think overall, it's a very, very good event for people that actually want Bitcoin price to go up. I know some of you are like sad that big money is going to be able to manipulate Bitcoin, but they have been able to for the last 4 years with the futures and margin stuff. I don't think this will be that much more different. And I do think this is a chance for like institutional money and big investors to actually get into Bitcoin while they feel like there's a mitigated chance of risk. So obviously, it's not like it's I think it's mostly a win situation. It's not like a win-loss situation. I think it's just mostly win situation. And of course, in the Bitcoin ETF rush, you have people like Invesco Galaxy, Bitwise, Wisdom Tree, and Fidelity. The 3 custody people are Coinbase actually has the most custody clients of the ETFs. Then you have Invesco Galaxy. Then you have a Fidelity and Gemini as well. But Coinbase is the big winner. And that's why I think Coinbase stocks are like pretty much a prime investment. Even right now, after it's gone up so much, I have confidence that Coinbase is probably going to go above $500 at the peak of the bull run. It might take a little while to get there, but it probably will go past $500. So there's some new investment potential, especially in Coinbase, probably in MicroStrategy as well, for the Bitcoin ETF. Obviously, the ETF making prices go up opens up a field and plethora of opportunities in terms of actual investing. So that's very, very good news. China is actually starting a crypto crackdown. Not that they're going to make crypto illegal, but I think they're cracking down before they make crypto more widespread in China. They're going to look for more frauds. They're going to look for more scammers. And they had the first ever digital yuan crackdown. So I think they're escalating the crackdown in cryptocurrency. They're trying to curb the use because of the digital yuan. But I think eventually, with Hong Kong looking for ETF approvals and laying down the guidelines, I think China is like basically tightening the noose for a very, very limited cryptocurrency market. So in their joint statement, the SPP and the SAFE, which are Chinese agencies, stated that utilizing Tether as an intermediary for exchanging local and foreign currencies is illegal. So they probably want to use their own CBDC to basically mediate between international current and foreign currencies. They want the Chinese yuan to be the only thing that's actually used in China. So that's why they're intensifying efforts to curb. I do believe they are prepping for an actual crypto market. Maybe it'll only be for the elites because obviously generally things like this, at least at first, are for the elites. And of course, they don't want Tether because Tether is based on USD and they don't want a USD denominated coin to be so dominant in China. The US should actually push stuff like this because, Tether's denominated in USD. And if you have a USD denominated stablecoin that's running the world, then USD is still running the world. See how that works? Like, I think America is actually stupid for prosecuting Tether, because stuff like Tether and USDC can ensure the dollar's dominance. You're like, oh, but USDC and USDT is not the dollar. They're backed by dollars, so they might as well be the same damn thing. So like, if you want to ensure US dollar homogeny, you should be pushing Tether, pushing USDC onto other countries, and you should be supporting this crypto stuff. China's kind of got the right idea for their country because Tether's not based on the Chinese yuan. I bet if Tether was based on the Chinese yuan, they would be smart and they would be pushing it as like a global currency. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.